Before we jump into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I recently created a second YouTube channel, kind of a passion project for myself, something I've been wanting to do for a while. We're going to start uploading other games aside from Madden. Now don't worry, this won't stop you guys from getting the daily Madden content, but if you want to check out my second channel, feel free to subscribe. The link will be down below in the description. We'll be uploading things like Fortnite, Anthem, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other stuff. Hope to see you guys over there. Let's get into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MUT 19 video, number 2 of the day. If you guys weren't aware, it's officially been announced, it's been tweeted from the Madden Ultimate Team Twitter account that Ultimate Legends are coming to MUT 19 tomorrow. They're going to be hosting a special stream at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to go check that out. I'm assuming it's going to be the big reveal of our first wave of Ultimate Legends. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get 10 of them, 3 of them, 2, who knows, but we'll find out tomorrow morning. And I'm assuming that we're going to see some really nice cards come into the game. I would guess that they're going to start at about 97 overall. And you guys can leave your predictions down below in the comments section. Who do you want to see? Who do you hope to see? And who do you think's going to come out tomorrow? So we got 3 investment tips, I'm going to call them, to try to prepare yourself for the launch tomorrow. Now, let's put out a disclaimer here. I have no information on anything that's coming, so if I'm wrong about anything that I'm saying in this video, please don't call me a liar, because I'm not telling you that any of this is factual. These are all guesses. Some of them are educated because I looked back at the UL program last year, and I'm hoping that maybe they do some of the same things last year that they did this year. But again, these are just my guesses, and none of this stuff could actually happen. You guys take this information, apply it how you want to apply it. Let's take a look. So I went over to MUThead and I decided to take a look at the launch of Ultimate Legends last year in MUT 18. And as I've said a couple times, we got 10 brand new cards. So we got Mike Vick, Jerome Bettis, Chad Johnson, Larry Allen, Bruce Matthews, Jason Taylor, Mike Singletary, Derek Brooks, Steve Atwater, and Ken Houston. So some names that we've already seen twice this year, some names that we've seen once this year, and a couple names like Ken Houston, I think Mike Singletary, are names that we haven't seen at all this year. So hopefully we're going to see these guys back, but as you can see, they're all 97 overalls. There's a Jason Taylor, and to get the 97, there were 5 cards that went into his set. So kind of similar to the Legend program, but the cards are a little bit better from what I remember with these cards, and it won't be like that this time around, but I remember these cards were really cool because they all had abilities on them, and at the time, every card didn't have abilities, so you could get yourself like an 88 overall with Secure Tackler, and it was pretty cool. Made for some really nice budget squads, and I remember some of these cards were really, really cheap, but what I really paid attention to was down below here at the bottom, and the information that was on the website. So for the sets, I just explained, you got a 97 overall by using 5 of the Ultimate Legend items, and then you got to pick the chemistries. All that is done through power-ups now, so that won't really happen, but these were kind of what intrigued me. So there's also a weekly trade-in set that requires 6-time gold tokens to complete. This set rewards you with 188 to 95 overall current release Ultimate Legend player. So from what I remember early on, that was worth it. I don't really remember the price of a gold token back then, but tip number 1 is I think we'll see something like this again, at least I hope. So it might be a good time to maybe build some gold and even elite badges. I think elite badges honestly would be more likely used here than gold, but I'm hoping gold because I have a binder full of gold cards from all the trash packs that I opened up over the last couple days, and I'm sure a lot of you that maybe were trying to pull for limited cards as well probably have a binder full of a lot of stuff. Maybe it's low overall elites, maybe it's gold, hell, maybe even silver cards. So I'm hoping that we get some type of weekly trade-in set that does require either badges or trophies or tokens, whatever the hell they call them this year, I keep forgetting, or maybe even Series 4 trophies. I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of competitive trophies, but I would build some elite badges if you have the coin, or if you just have the items in your binder, because we also know that Series 5 is starting next week, and they could probably change the requirements on an elite token. They've done it before. I would not be surprised if they do it again. So maybe not even for this portion, not even for Ultimate Legends, but maybe just in general, to be safe, build some elite tokens if you got the content to do so. If it's going to cost you a lot of coins to build them and you have a low coin count, maybe you should not do that. But if you have, you know, 1 million to work with or so, definitely build some gold tokens. And because I think we might see some type of a set. Now, this is not really a tip, but remember they did the UL giveaway trade-in where every single week for like 6 or 8 weeks, they gave us one random collectible, I believe it was. And after 8 weeks, if you collected it, you got your full Ultimate Legend. I don't remember if it was Nat or not, but that was really cool. So I hope that they do that again. Just thought I'd point that out there because they have done it in the past. So tip number 2 is something that I made a video on. If you look back here 4 months ago now, I'm not quite sure why it says no views, because this video definitely had more than 0 views. Let's go ahead and mute it real quick. Yeah, it had about 4.4 thousand views. So investment strategy that could make you millions. MUT 19 Ultimate Legends with a question mark. Now this is in September, so it was a little clickbaity, I'll admit it there. But if we switch back over, this is going to be tip number 2, and we're just kind of revisiting it. And that is your kind of your like starter cards for Legends. Now you can earn these one of 2 ways, or maybe one of 3 ways. You can go to your Legends and play these. Now these reward you a card, and it's kind of like the starting point for each legend. But we've seen with like when Lawrence Taylor got a new card, and it might not work for everybody, but maybe just some people. These cards can go up in price depending on who it is and how good that card is. So, you know, for example, if we go all the way down to the bottom here, you know, say Lawrence Taylor gets an Ultimate Legend tomorrow. If it happens, I'd be ecstatic. I don't expect it to, not this early. He'll probably get a 99 overall card, or at least a 98. But my point is, when he got his Harvest card, this card shot up in price. Now, you obviously can earn these cards by playing the solos. If you have not played them already, if you have played them already, then you might be SOL. But what I recommended that people do in September, and we're now in February, is hang on to those cards. Play your solos, don't sell them, hang on to them, or even invest in them. A lot of them were like 2, 3K. Now they have gone up a little bit, and I'll talk about why, and this kind of goes back to step number 1, is that you guys can build elite tokens. One of the reasons that the even numbered power-up legends are a little expensive, because the even number ones, you can power them up to make an 84 and 86 overall, and they're just much easier to build an elite token with. But you guys see I have a nice little amount of them. I bought a couple more today. But again, just for example, you know, Larry Allen's a guy who's needed an upgrade for a while, and we saw with the original release of Ultimate Legends last year that Larry Allen was one of those cards. I mean, 2,000 coins, I'm gonna buy it. Now, I'm not saying these are gonna make you millions. I did a little bit clickbait last 4 months ago, but you know, this card could probably go up to maybe 6K. That's a 4K profit right there. And if you have a binder full of them, you can make some profit. This is maybe a better strategy for those of you that don't have a lot of coins. Again, I'm not guaranteeing they're going to go up, but I've been playing this game long enough to know that when items like this come out, you know, upgraded items, especially this year with power-ups, all the predecessor cards, at least last year and this year with power-ups, shoot up in price. Now, these are really low-level cards and easy to obtain, so they might not shoot up too much. You could also invest in the base legends, you know, the 91s, 92s, 93s, and so forth. But I think that, you know, these are some cards you might want to check out. Remember, there's 70 to 74, and then there's also going to be quite a few in the 75 to 79 range. The odd numbers are going to be a lot less expensive. When I say odd numbers, I mean their overalls are going to be a lot less expensive than the even numbers. And again, that's because of the kind of the power-up method of building elite tokens. I put out 2 videos on it, so just go search how to build an elite token, and you'll probably see one of my videos explaining that method if you're unfamiliar with it. But, you know, I picked up a couple Javon Curses because I think he's going to be a guy that's going to get, you know, an Ultimate Legend early. So for 2K, it's worth it. Even if it shoots up to 4K, it's a profit. Now with these, a little bit of a pro tip is I would recommend at like 950 listing your auction house full of these and maybe listing them 2K cheaper than the lowest one up. Because if you wait until they get announced and then you try to list them, everybody else is doing that. So be smart. Everybody who's watching this video, list your cards at like 9:55, 9:50, just somewhere before 10 a.m. So if they do announce some cards that you have, you already got them on the auction house and people are already going to overpay for them. So my last tip, and this is probably my least likely to come true, but I have a little bit of hope. Now, I got a little confused as I was kind of thinking about this video. I thought, hey, didn't they do some type of exchange set with base legends that would get you an ultimate legend? And I kind of talked myself into it like, yeah, they did. Let me hurry up, invest in some base legends. Then I finally realized I was wrong. And what they did is a couple weeks into the Ultimate Legend program, they did a set where you could put in like 3 or 5 lower tier Ultimate Legends to get one of the higher tier ones, which I think were 94s or 95s, but at the time those were going like 3, 4, 500k, and the lower overall ones before that set came out were going for like 20k. So it was a really good profit maker if you had a binder full of stuff. But then when that came out, those cards shot up, I remember, to like 50k each, which if you had them, you could literally just sell them. So I originally thought, you know what, invest in base legends, and that's going to be my tip number 3. Now again, I strongly suggest if you don't have a lot of coins, don't do this. But if you kind of sort through these, and this is what I did, I went to legend and then I literally just went position by position, and I wasn't really investing in the version 4 and 5s. It was mostly 1, 2, and 3s because you're going to see those cheaper. But I bought a bunch of these for the most part, I shot for under 15k, but I got a lot of them for 14k and under. So if they have some type of exchange set, I got a nice amount of these. Now again, I'm not recommending you do this unless you feel a little bit, you know, comfortable investing in those types of things. But if I show you guys my binder here, you'll see that I have quite a few of them now. Now, worst case scenario is they don't do a set like that, okay? So these are some of the base cards I bought. Here are some of the other random legends I bought. So worst case scenarios, these cards are useless, okay? Not so fast, my friend, Lee Corso. Another thing that you might be able to do is go over to sets, take those cards, go over to where are legends, there they are, go over to legends and do the legend upgrade set. So if you do like get these at like 14k each, I think the math was like the set costs you 70k to do. Now if you pull something that's under 70k, obviously you're going to lose coin, but these give you a version 4 or 5 legend back. People might be trying to do legend sets for guys who got ultimate legends because they want to power them up and they need that full legend card, that original legend card. So that could also increase the cost on the version 4 and 5 cards. So there's two ways we might be able to take advantage. Either making this set for cheap, getting a V4 or V5 and then selling that because those prices might go up, or maybe they do some type of exchange set just for the base legends and those go up. And you don't even have to do the sets, you can just sell them. So again, if you buy them under 14k and they shoot up to 22k, that's a 6k profit. It's not huge chunks, but for those of you that, you know, are trying to make coins, I think that could be a way to make so. But again, need to reiterate, need to say it, I'm talking to all of you. I don't know if this is gonna happen. Don't call me a liar. I'm just speculating, I'm just guessing. You take this information, do with it what you want. Yeah, man, I'm going to live stream tonight, Weekend League. Be sure be sure that you're there. Links down below in the description. Twitch.tv/xpopularstranger. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace.